Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully, today will actually be a quick video. But I was going to talk about the Republican version of what fairness is, because I feel like a lot of people talk about, oh, we just want it to be fair. We want everyone to have an equal shot and all these things. And I just want to give you a couple examples of what the Republican version of fairness is and how it should be something that you like just need to be aware of, form your own opinion. So, a couple things. Unless you've been living under a rock, which a lot of you have, you're not hearing that like Republicans were trying to shut down SNAP benefits. Now, first off, it was a result of the government closing, and both Democrats and Republicans have some responsibility in the government being open. However, the Republicans control all seats of government and have the majority in each house. So like they and the presidency, so they really are the responsible party for pushing through a budget, and they literally did not and refused to compromise. Every other budget, every other continuing resolution requires bipartisan support, which it always has in the past, and Republicans made a deliberate choice not to have any. And now they're like basically bullying. Democrats are like, well, hey, we need negotiations. And they're like, no, we're not going to talk to you unless you do exactly what the fuck we say. Um, and so that's not fair, but that's not even the point. So, given that, food stamps were cut off, right? They were cut off as of November 1st. However, um, the issue is now that there is a fund, like a slush fund, basically an emergency fund for SNAP benefits in case the government gets shut down. And of course, Democrats were the one that had that fund initiated because they know what Republicans do. And do you know that Trump is blocking the release of that? Trump is blocking the release of that, and Democrats had to sue, right, to get that. And now they can only release 50%, but at least there's something. But mind you, this is another Republican fairness notion. So some grocery stores, some corporations actually had a heart and were just like, you know what, we're going to offer discounts to people who are EBT eligible. You know what I'm saying? So all you people that have those cars, we can offer you discounts. Do you know what the Trump administration did? He went and sent letters and said, we're going to sue any grocery store that offers discounts to people that receive SNAP benefits because it would not be fair to regular paying customers that don't qualify. So a private business cannot offer assistance to people who are fucking hungry because of government policy to make a choice to make them hungry. But the private market, you're now saying it is unfair for them to try and give something away, and you're going to sue them so they don't. The fuck? What about free market enterprise? What about the business? All that stuff goes out the way when they want to give something to poor people, right? Just when you think that that shit is not enough, think about it. Like, that is their argument against the Civil Rights Voting Act right now in Supreme Court. They're arguing that, yes, it is proven that there's discrimination in the South. Yes, that in places like Mississippi and Louisiana, where Black people make up almost a third or more of the population, they maybe have like 5 to 10% of the representation there, and that there has been historic discrimination against them. And so what they're arguing right now is that because of that discrimination, there's a law that says that it has to be reflective of their population, that there are at least some districts there. What Maga is arguing is that that discriminates against white people. That having actual reflective representation that is based off a history of discrimination that is still alive and well today, that somehow trying to address that is racist against white people. Like giving discounted food is unfair to non-poor people. And it even gets worse. It's like these fucking snowflakes go further. There was a place in California where these MAGA men sued a bar for a ladies' night. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Ladies' Night. They might not have them a lot, but Ladies' Night basically is where women would get in the bar for free, or they would get like 2-for-1 drink specials, because the whole point was to get more ladies in the bar, right? They didn't want to have a sausage fest at the bar. So, hey, let's get these ladies in here so everything is a better time. The men should be happy about that, right? You have more women incentivized to come to the bar. But these pussy-ass snowflake MAGA people actually sued the bar and said it was unfair to men that women were allowed to get in free or allowed to get discounted drinks, and they had to discontinue it. They were sued. So it's like, I just need us to think about what Republican fair. It's the same shit. It's like the gay parades. They mad about a gay parade. Why can't we have a parade? Why can't we come to your parade? The only reason there is a gay parade is because you motherfuckers were fucking discriminating against people for their sexual orientation. Or they're like, oh, HBCUs are racist. Do you understand the only reason HBCUs exist is because your racist asses would not allow black people to be educated. These systems were like literally forced to be created because of your racist shit. And now you're coming back later to say, oh, well, the foundation of these was racist? This is the MAGA concept of fairness, right? This is anything that they can't use to their advantage is somehow unfair, but it denies an entire system that is set up to their advantage. It's literally inbred white supremacy that no one else can have anything. And if they don't have greater access to it, even ignoring the fact that they have greater access now, that's just baked into the cake. But anybody that wants anything that they can access, somehow it's just unfair to them. And it becomes worse than the acts that those things were established to address. Ladies' Night was established because they needed more ladies in the bar. HBCUs were established because black people needed a place to be educated. The Civil Rights Voting Act was done because black people weren't getting a right to vote. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the food stamp grocery stores were responding to the price getting lower so that people could have something to fucking eat. It's like, but instead of looking at that fucking problem, somehow the solution is unfair to what? The able-bodied people that were benefiting from the fucking first place? I just need us to get that shit in our minds. Until next time.